Um, are we live? Okay. Oh boy. Okay, I see there's quite a bit of delay going on here. But anyway, it would appear I am live. So, might as well get this started. So, for the purposes of this, I have moved everything onto one screen because having a live screen of both screens at the same time doesn't seem to be feasible right now. So I am here to show you exactly how my streaming process works. Now, in most well, in a lot of songs, the tempo is already set to a very, very constant BPM, what a lot of people would call quantized, but that's not the case for everyone. And bands such as Chicano Batman here, who are the next tab I'm working on, they are in fact recorded live off the floor, which means there's going to be these little human variations in tempo. You can't expect humans to be playing like robots after all. Now, I'm just going to load up my stream on my phone so I can see if I've got any comments. Just give me a moment. All right. Oh, okay, let me just mute that. So, okay, cool. So, no comments so far. That's all right. Let's just get this started then, and I'm sure some people will join in when they join in. Oh, probably should have mentioned the reason I'm doing this exactly this moment is because I just hit 100 patrons on my Patreon. And it was listed as one of my goals on there that once I hit 100, I would start doing a live streaming series on, how I do this stuff. So I believe that is everything in the way of introductions. So let us get started. Over here on Audacity, which I usually have loaded up on my other screen, so that would be full screen, and Guitar Pro would be on this screen, full screened. That's just so you can see both at once. Anyway, I start by ripping the track off of YouTube and getting the file here. And once that is there, I do Control Shift N for a new track. So with that track selected, I do generate, I do rhythm track. So that is how you get a tempo going. And let's just hear how the song goes so I have an idea of where, of what the tempo is. Okay, I would estimate about 130 BPM, so let's give that a try. Oh, Kristen, hey! Uh, yeah, that's awesome to hear. Kristen is actually one of my most dedicated patrons. I actually cannot thank you enough for just all the support you've given me over the time you've been around. But anyway, let's try 130, and my default here is usually 16 bars when I try out a tempo. Oh, and make it 4 beats per measure. That's a holdout for my last tab. Why? There we go. Okay, those are generated. So I just gotta go here, zoom way in, and line it up so that the first hit here matches. So they're about lined up. Okay, so 130 wasn't too far off, but it was a bit fast. So let's try 128, see what that gives. Okay, cool. So that's definitely a decent start. So what I do from that point is find exactly where where the tempo slips up, and oh, looks like I got another. All right, yep. Loving You by Her is definitely a decent tab, and Panda Kai. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to suck my own dick there. I meant it's a decent song, and Panda Kai, awesome. I love seeing your comments. You've been around since like almost day one, so shout out Panda Kai. You're great. All right. Alright, yeah, here's where it falls off. Unless... Okay, so it falls off by speeding up. So what I'm going to do here is calculate just how many bars that is. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that way I can do 128, which is the tempo I had set earlier on Guitar Pro, and I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. Back to Audacity. What's neat about this is that if I do backspace here, you'll see this like bar here. It's exactly where I had put it previously. So all I need to do is generate a new rhythm track, 128 BPM, this time 5 bars, and see how it starts at the same spot there. And now I'm exactly where I fell off. So I can start a lower tempo from there, see where that brings me. So, okay, let's try 126, see what that gives us, and 16 bars. Let me get this whole thing. I think there might be something about the tempo or the time signature I'm not getting here. Okay, I think it's just the fact that this silence here is 2 bars long. So let's slow this down even more, see if that helps. Perfect. Actually, still a little bit fast. So I'll try 1 BPM slower. That should be just enough. So 123, let's go. Perfect. Couldn't even hear the click on Audacity. So what I do here is I'll do 1 bar of 123, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 of 123. There, I do. Oh yeah, I had to close these windows I usually have open so that I could see more what's going on. So let me just pull up the Audition palette and hit the 4/4 here, which is my time signature screen, and switch it over to 2/4. Then go over here and back to 4/4. Okay, so I'll just get this back out of the way. All right, so we got the first 4/4 here, got the 2/4, got to make sure that's 2, and that's 1, that's good, so 1 bar, and there. And then from there, I can just go back and generate again. Let's try 126, see where that brings us, 16 bars, boom. And okay, started off pretty good, but was slowing down pretty early, so what I'll do here is just set it to 127, see if that does any better. Oh no, forgot to change the 2/4 here back to a 4/4, so yeah, let's do that. All right. Yeah, so it stayed on the tempo a lot more consistently at 127, so I'll just keep it there until it falls off again. Okay, this hit here is a bit late, so what I'm going to do here is cut it off here and increase the BPM from this point. So that's 3 bars we got right here, so we can do, oh crap, what was the BPM I set it to in the first place? That was 127. Okay, so 127, go over here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 127, and do 3 bars of that. Then next one, accelerate to 128. So I do the same thing on Audacity. Change that 16 to 3, and then do 16 bars of 128. 8 and 16. Right. Live.
shining on pomegranate tree, shining on you, shining on me, making love and hoping with smiles on our faces, and no one gets home. Oh yes, that day.
Okay, here's where it starts to fall off. I'm also just gonna reduce the volume here a bit. I am wearing over-ear headphones, which can get a bit loud. So, was it here?
That day. Home. No one gets home.
Yeah, here's where it starts to fall off. So that's, let me zoom out a bit. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 128. So I can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on Guitar Pro. And delete this, replace it with 7, boom. And
Smiles on our faces and no.
I believe from there it's another speed up. So I'm just gonna do 129 and 16. Let's try that.
No one gets home. Oh yes, that they continue to roam wherever they are.
Okay, better than it was, but it is still falling off a tiny bit, so I will give 130 a try. 130. Oh yeah, I should also mention that there's this other program, I forget the name right now, but it's what Cover Solutions uses. You essentially like plug, it's like this tab maker software, and it's like SoftMaker free, or no, that's something else entirely. Anyway, I forget the name, but Cover Solutions, you can look him up. He promotes that program. I don't use it personally because I just much prefer Guitar Pro's like versatility. But the trade-off is that I have to set my tempos manually, and this other program whose name I forget, you just put the song in and the tempo gets like set for you. I've played around with it before, but like I wasn't feeling it, so this is my method. Anyway, let's see what 130 sounds like.
No one gets home. Oh yes, that they continue to roam wherever they are.
See, 130 actually starts to speed up here, right around here. So what I'll do is, okay, start a new one, change it to 130, only have 2 bars, because here I only plan on having the 2 bars, because that's when it started to slip, and from there I do 129. Let's go back, and 129, boom. Oh, right. I tend to put it at 16 bars just because you can usually see when the tempo starts to slip within the first 16 bars. So got the 130 here and make it 129 here, and let's go.
They continue to roam wherever they are. It was a good time, a place of plentiful food where juices flowed and smothered our soul.
Yeah, see, that's where the 16 ends, but it starts to fall off over here. So that's just been my magic number.
A place of plentiful time, a place of plentiful food where juices flowed and smothered our soul.
Okay, so up to here, and then start speeding up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars of 129. So 1 on Guitar Pro, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, right. Rookie mistake. I still had it set to grid. I set it to parchment so that in my videos it's all smooth. In my earlier tabs, I had them all set to grid. Like my first Julia Plays Groove Mac Miller tab has that going, and it's still cringe every time I see it. That Thundercat bit where it switches pages right as she... Ugh. Anyway. So that's 7 of 129, and did it start to slow down? Yeah, I was slowing down, so I'm going to bring it back to 130. Just go ahead and do that right now on the Guitar Pro end of things. Boom. So here I just have to do 7 of 129. Once those are done, go back, start a new thing, rhythm track, 130. Oh, not 1303. And 16 bars, and let's go.
Food where juices flowed and smothered our soul. But that season exists in my memory as I gaze into the frame, reflecting my home and my people.
So for this stream, I'm just gonna set up the tempo and like show you how I do it. When it's a song that's set to like 110 the whole way through, obviously I wouldn't have to do this whole process, but songs recorded live off the floor, you gotta do it. At least I gotta do it. I feel like I had something else I was gonna add to that point, but it is escaping me right now, so I will just keep going with this until I remember what I was gonna say.
Food where juices flowed and smothered our soul. But that season exists in my memory as I gaze into the frame, reflecting my home and my people.
Here. Okay, here's where it was the most noticeable that it has fallen off a bit, but I think it really starts like here or there, so let's just...
Season exists in my memory as I gaze into the...
Yeah.
Memory as I gaze into the frame, reflecting my home and my people.
Oh! Okay, red herring. It slowed down a bit there, but then it speeds right back up.
Gaze into the frame, reflecting my home and my people.
Yeah, I'll start doing 129 from this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 130, and then just do one more, change it to 129, and then go over here and do 5 bars of 130, like so. Oh, right, I remember what I was going to say. I am not going to tab this song, like do the actual tabbing on the live stream this week. That'll be for another time. But this song right here, Pomegranate Tree by Chicano Batman, is the tab I am planning to have uploaded for Tuesday. So, yeah, sneak peek.
Food where juices flowed and smothered.
Right, I was going to set it to 129. Back in the day when I started this channel, I actually wasn't using Audacity at all. I was using a much more clunky process, let's say. I had Guitar Pro on one window and YouTube on the other, and I would play the song on YouTube and have Guitar Pro with the click, like just an empty document like that set up, and I would try desperately to have it lining up at the same time, but that's not an issue with Audacity anymore because I can just set it here, and when I press play, it'll start here. Whereas YouTube is like, it's just a whole nightmare. This process is much more efficient. Did I have 16 there? Looks like I did. All right, let's see where it falls off.
Gaze into the frame, reflecting my home and my people that I long for. Wait.
Okay, that's a bit fast. That one too.
My people.
There we go. Okay, so this is my cutoff, and I will go down to 128. So that's 2 bars of 129 and 1 of 128. Or at least 128 and at least 1 of 128. God damn. What's up, Pedro? Yeah, you've requested Chicano Batman to me before. Just earlier you were telling me what's your favorite band. It's actually my patron Ricardo who requested this particular Chicano Batman song, and since he is one of my patrons at the $20 tier, that's one guaranteed song a month. Case any if you just wanted to, join me on Patreon and have one guaranteed song, blah blah blah, or you can just, hit me up on Fiverr or leave a comment on my YouTube. Anyway. Let's set it to 128. And did I have the 2 of 129? Oh, shit, no. Okay, so never mind. So we're actually doing 129, 2 of 129. And from there, we're setting it to 128. Like so. 128 and 16. Let go. And how long's this stream been going? I'm at... It doesn't say. Okay. Maybe on YouTube it will. It doesn't! Fun. Alright. Well, however long this stream's been going, I am now about 1 minute into the song. So, it is a bit of a process, but gets you the high quality of the tabs that you strive for when you subscribe to my channel, so yeah.
People that I long for, waiting here on
Oh, okay, yeah, it definitely falls off here.
waiting here on the
Okay, I gotta speed up. So 2 of 128, and I'm gonna guess it goes up to 131. See how good that guess is after I put in these 2 bars of 128 and then switch over to generate rhythm track. 131, 16, go.
waiting here on the
Wait, did I?
waiting.
I should have. Hang on. Alright, let's try that again.
Waiting here on the way.
Of course, I sped up when I meant to slow down, so let's just go and turn that 131 into a 121 and do the same. 2 bars of 128, 2, 8. And then 21, 16. Now let's give it a try.
Waiting here on the west side.
Still too fast. Let's try 118. And I try and keep it the same on the Guitar Pro, but mistakes happen. When I started doing it like this, I actually had like a text file that showed exactly which bars were set to which tempo when I was still shaky on this whole thing. And yes, Kristen, this is what I go through every time I make a tab. I am dedicated.
Waiting here on the west side.
118 is perfect.
Waiting here on the west side. Waiting for time.
Okay, yeah, so it's just those 2 bars and it speeds back up. Oh, although I do have to say, Kristen, it's not every single tab that does this. It's, I'd estimate 2/3 of tabs I do this process on. The rest are already set to a steady tempo.
Waiting for time.
Let's try 123. So let's do the 2 of 118. Boom, boom. And 123. Let's give that a try. And 16 bars.
Waiting for time to pass.
Okay, still too slow. Let's try 125. Actually, 126. Yeah. And gotta go back on Guitar Pro and make sure that this is set accordingly. Alright.
Waiting for time to pass. Waiting to...
No, I think I had it with 125 in the first place. Alright. Let's try this again with 125 instead of 126, and that gives us...
Waiting for time to pass. Waiting to hit you right on. Inspiration, a breeze of energy that will guide me toward a place of peace, a place where love faces.
Wait, this isn't set to the 4s.
Waiting, waiting here on the west side. Waiting.
Yeah, it's a 2/4. Okay, sure. Let's do a 2/4 of 125 and then keep going. Addition palette. Set this to 2/4. And then set this to 4/4. Alright. So, okay, so 125, that's perfect. Just 1 and 2 beats per measure. Alright. from there, I can go back 4 beats per measure and 16 bars, same tempo. Oh, not 167. All right.
Waiting for time to pass, waiting to hit you right on. Inspiration, a breeze of energy that will guide me toward a place of peace, a place where love bathes us, nurturing fruit in the desert, bathes us, nurturing fruit.
Okay, so that's where it falls off. And in this process, it's pretty rewarding when I get these chunks that are this long and the tempo doesn't fall off. It's like, yes, let's work. So let's see where this falls off. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measures left. So I do 16 minus 11. Sorry, 16 minus 5, which gives me 11 bars of this. So to go back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And now I can't remember if it was speeding up or slowing down, so that's great. I'm just going to copy paste it, see how that goes. Okay, I had to slow down. So let's do 122 and set it back to 16. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Oh, wait, no. Not it. Did I set it to... Okay, 122, perfect. So this is 122 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, perfect. Okay. 122 gives us... Okay. Okay, so I'm going to need to slow it down and then speed back up immediately afterwards. So let's try 121. Okay, yeah, that'll do. 121 here, and from there, move it up to 123. Let's see how that goes. So 1 bar of 121, and 16 bars of 123. A lot of this is guesswork, but I've been doing this for a while, and eventually the guesses start being more accurate. So... Case in point. I spoke too soon. Okay, yeah, let's do 124. Might even be 125, but let's do 4 for now. It falls off of it, but then goes back to the 124. So then when that happens, it's a matter of, do I have all these ridiculously specific tempos to make sure it goes exactly? Or do I keep it at 124 and allow for a bit of sliding around? Usually depends on the severity of how it falls off. If it's like an entire half beat off, then yeah, I'll go and have it more specialized, but sometimes there's room for a bit of leeway for words. Okay, so the 2 of 124 and then speed up, let's say 126. So generate 124 by, not 4, 2. Then 126 by 16. Yeah, that was a mistake. Let's try 125. let's slow it down by 1. That is 125 I just generated, right? Yes, okay. So 2 bars of 125, and then it slows. Yeah, to 124. This is often how I'm talking to myself when I'm just creating a tab or setting the tempo in the first place, so it feels slightly less schizophrenic that I'm actually doing it to an audience this time. So thanks all 5 of you for sticking around. Okay, yeah. So switching it to 125 and these 2 bars paid off here. It's sounding a lot more in line. Those 2 bars are still a bit slip and slidey, but there's leeway. Oh, hi, Lexi. My cat just walked into the room. I don't have my webcam enabled for anything other than the mic, otherwise I'd show her to you, but yeah, she's here being cute as always. Anyway, let's go back to 124 here. Malaysia, hey, nice to meet you. Or read your comment, I'm not actually meeting you in person. Yeah. I'll try 125, just see how it sounds here. Should I have done 120? Oh, that, okay. Let's try 126. Okay, 127. 128. Well, I don't expect it'll be any more than that. Alright. Okay. Let's try 129, but after that, the tempo is going to severely decrease. There's my tempo. Okay, so that's 129, and I'm just going to want the 1 of that. And then let's reduce it to 121. Okay, so 1 bar of 121, and then it should be good to go back to 124. Or something similar enough. Alright, so we got the 1 bar of 129 here, and so let's make it the 1 bar of 121, and then go back at 124 and see how that sounds. Okay. Okay, so here I need to slow down. Again. Let's try 121, see what that gives. It's a pretty rare occurrence, but sometimes it happens that I have to set the tempo in a way that it's like in between bars, or like in the middle of the bar I'll change it to something else. But I don't, usually it just has to be like once a bar, like what I'm doing here. Anyway, right here we're at 124, so 1 of those, and then 121 by 16. 1 and 16. Let's give it a shot.
Waiting for time to pass. Waiting.
Okay, so we got another 2-4 going on here. Okay, 121 is too slow here. Let's try 123.
Waiting.
Okay, 122.
Waiting for time.
That's better.
Wait.
Okay, so 122 here. And then I'm gonna have a 2-4 of, again, 122, then switch it back to a 4-4. And that gives us on Audacity, okay, that's 1 of 122, and then a 2-4 of 122, so switch that to 2, and then back to the usual, which is 4 measures per bar, 16 bars. Let's hear it.
Waiting for time to pass. Waiting to.
Too slow. Let's try 124 here. And set this accordingly. Alright.
Waiting for time to pass. Waiting to hit you right on. Inspiration, a breeze of energy that will guide.
Okay.
Waiting for time to pass. Waiting to hit you right on. Inspiration.
Here it speeds up. So 2 of 124 and 16 of 125.
Hit you right on. Inspiration, a breeze of energy that will guide me toward. Hit you right on. Inspiration, a breeze of energy.
Okay, let's try 126.
Hit you right on. Inspiration, a breeze of energy that will guide me toward a place of peace, a place where love bathes us nurturing fruit in the desert, bathes us nurturing fruit.
Okay, well obviously there was a big tempo change here, and I just remembered to change it to 126 on the Guitar Pro side mid-playback. So, to go back to where I was doing, what I was doing.
Love bathes us nurturing fruit in the desert, bathes us nurturing, bathes us nurturing, bathes us nurturing, bathes us nurturing, bathes us nurturing.
Okay, so that's a bit fast.
Fruit in the desert, bathes us.
Okay, so here, past this point, I will slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next bar is slower like this. Sort of, I was wondering if I should cut it for just that end bit before it like dramatically changes past that. So, I have 7 bars of 125, or sorry, 126. And then, yeah, I was changing it to 125, 16, let's hear it.
Fruit in the desert, bathes us nurturing.
Perfect. Now I just know, I want to know how I'm going to set that tempo. Mute this.
Nurturing fruit, bathes nurturing food, bathes nurturing food, bathes nurturing food.
That's going to be a bit of a bitch. Sounds more like free time than anything going on in this section.
Nurturing fruit in the desert, bathes nurturing, nurturing, nurturing.
Okay, so just the one bar of 125, and here it looks like I'm going to do that thing I was describing. We're halfway into the bar. I switch it to a different tempo. 102 might be a bit excessive, but I just want to have an idea of what I'm doing. So 125.1, and then start the bar at 125 and end it at 102. Just to see what it gives us. Alright, and let's just add a bunch more, 16, and bring it back to 4. Alright. Ugh, that's a confusing one.
With the desert phase of nurturing. Phase of nurturing.
Okay, so yeah, 102 is too much. I'm gonna try 114. What the hell? Oh, right. 114 here. Just see what it gives me. Okay, so erase this. Oh shit, no. And erase that. Switch it to 114. 114. Again, this is just me throwing numbers in the dark and hoping it'll work out, which it usually does after some tinkering. And switch that to 4, switch that to 16. Now let's hear it. Right, now it's actually sounding like I'm getting somewhere. So I'm going to want these two hits to line up, this one and that one. That means 114 is a bit too slow. Let's try 119. Okay, yeah, so that 102 from earlier was really excessive. Alright. 119, 2 and 1. And 119, 4 and 16. Let's hear it.
Phase of nurturing. Basis nurturing.
Oh, that might be another 2-4. Let's
Basis nurturing.
Okay, okay, so here's what I'm gonna try. Doing a 2-4 of 119 here. And then back to 4-4, and from there it would be, do I speed up or slow down? Let's find out.
Basis nurturing.
Slow down considerably. Okay. So let's do another 2-4 of 19. 2 and 1. From there, we're gonna slow it right down to 104. Oh, and 4 and 16. Right. 104. Great.
Basis nurturing.
Okay, speed it up a bit. 108.
Basis nurturing.
Whoops. Let's try 113.
Basis nurturing. basis nurturing food. Food, basis nurturing food.
Okay, so 2 of those and speed up a slight bit. Let's try 116. So 2 of 113 and 16, 16.
Basis nurturing food. Basis nurturing food. Basis nurturing food. Basis nurturing.
Hey, thanks, James. Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me, you know, how do I do the stuff I do? Like, what's my process? A bunch of questions like that, and occasionally I'll, like, sorry, answer individually. But, yeah, I figured there were enough people interested that I'd make it a live stream. So, thanks for the support, James.
Basis nurturing food.
If I just made this one 5-4, that would clear me from a headache a bit.
Basis nurturing food.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Now, obviously, Chicano Batman probably didn't write this part intending it to be a 5-4, but it's just these little workarounds I do to make sure everything runs smoothly, you know?
Basis nurturing food.
Okay, so this bar, I want to make it a 5-4, which means there's 3 already of 116. It is 116, right? Yes, okay. 1, 2, 3, and this one will be a 5-4. And I just remembered that I've had the editor window open this whole time, so let's just make everything a bit bigger. There we go. Right, so after the 5-4, there's gonna be some, hang on, how does it go again? Some serious speeding up. So that's 3 of 116, and a 5-4 of 116. Set this to 5, set this to 1, and from there we can accelerate to, right when I close the editor window, of course. Oh, whoa, that's all the panels. Okay, sure. 4-4, and hide all. All right. Yeah, here's the thing about the niche songs. This is like, obviously I like the songs I tab, but they're like not the songs I was listening to in the first place. I just like, I've been taking requests from, well, when I started it was the base tabs subreddit, and then eventually people started commenting on my channel with requests, and then I take the requests from Fiverr and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's how my channel runs. It's just all requests, and then on Patreon people vote on what song I upload on Friday. But yeah. Like I couldn't have this selection of songs if it wasn't for all the people requesting them, which is pretty cool. It's like a self words. It works out, is what I'm trying to say. So okay, we're back at 4-4. I had not set a new tempo, so let's try 124. So back here, rhythm track, 124 and 16. Oh, and can't forget to make them 4-4. Let's hear it. Okay, that's a bit fast. Let's do 122 instead. I mean, it's not too bad, but it was starting to slide a bit. So let's just see if 123 helps that.
There's
Just a bit. Oh, you know what? I'll just do one bar of 122 and make the rest 123. That should solve that problem. 23. Let's make that a 16. And in the end, we have this. Okay, it starts to slip again, but yeah, that worked perfectly. That's exactly what I was wanting to happen. Okay, here's where I want to. Yeah, I definitely want to speed up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 123. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's make it a 125. See how that goes. So 123 by 5, followed by 125 by 16. And let's hear it. Okay, so it falls off a little bit towards the end, so I'm just going to fix that, and once that's done, I'm just going to do my side-by-side listen, and hopefully once everything is lined up, that'll be this stream, and that'll be my tempo set. Yeah, okay, speed it up from this point. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's do 126. So that's 7 of 125. And I only really need to set like 4 bars here, but I'm going to make it 8. Or 7. Screw it. And the result is... Okay, so this is where we cut off, and let's make it 4 bars of 126. So, with any luck, that'll be my tempo entirely set, but we're not relying on luck, we are relying on work. So let's hear if they actually do end up going side by side. So what I'm doing here is I'm activating my click on Guitar Pro, and I'm going to be playing it side by side with Audacity. It might take me a while to get the clicks exactly lined up, and this is like the one holdover from how I was doing things on YouTube. Anyway. See how that didn't line up at all there? So I'm just going to reduce the volume here so I can have a better idea of what I'm hearing. Okay. I'll just go and start at the second bar. Here, you can hear them side by side, but that's actually not how I want it, because you can hear 2 different clicks going on here. They're really, really close to each other, but it's still 2 different clicks. I want them to sound like just one click, so that if at any point the beat falls off, the tempo falls off, I'll be able to hear it right away when they're no longer exactly synced up. So that's why it's going to take me like up to sometimes 50 tries just to get it lined up right. But once it's lined up, it goes all the way through. Unless, house catches on fire or something and I have to close my laptop. Still 2 clicks. Nope. Close. Nope. Nope. Sorry about that, guys. a big part of what's going on here is that I've got my Bluetooth headset in, or headphones, and as a result, there's a slight lag between me pressing play and play actually happening on the Guitar Pro screen. So when I'm hitting play, I'm doing it like a half second in advance in the hopes that that's where it'll line up. It's clunky, but you know. Ah, so close. There we go. This is it. This is it. Only one click you can hear right now. I'm just gonna put on the backing track now.
Light shining on pomegranate tree, shining on you, shining on me, making love and hoping with smiles on our faces, and no one gets home. Oh yes, and they continue to roam wherever they are. It was a good time, a place of plentiful food where juices flowed and smothered our soul. But that season exists in my memory as I gaze into the frame, reflecting my home and my people that I long for. Waiting here on the west side, waiting for time to pass, waiting to hit you right on. Inspiration, a breeze of energy that will guide me toward a place of peace, a place where love bathes us, nurturing fruit in the desert, bathes us, nurturing fruit.
Here we go. It fell off a bit. See, that's why I do this. So now I gotta find out exactly where it fell off and how I can fix it. Okay, so 125. Okay, that's the big chunk there. So let's start it here where it changes tempo at the 121, because it was at the 125 here, I believe it fell off. Oh, hang on. Actually. Oh, right, and when that happens, I tend to mute this, so mute that, so I have a better idea of exactly how it's lined up. Okay, yeah. So I have the 2 bars of 124, which were fine, but then... So what I can do here is open myself up a new track on here and then generate exactly there. Yeah, let's try 126, see what it gives us. Oh, 4 and 1. And not have it muted would be helpful. Okay, 126 is not it. Let's try 124. Definitely not it. Let's try 125. Might as well. But, I mean, that's... Yeah, definitely not it. So, 127 maybe? It's trial and error. 128. I guess it's 129 then. Yep, there's that side by side. Okay. So if these are 124 and this is 129, should I just not have had those bars? What's going on here? Let's just see what happens if I delete these bars. And go from there. Perfect. Alright, so far so good. 129, 121, 124, 122, and the 24. Yes! Alright. Let's get the backing track back.
That will guide me toward a place of peace, a place where love bathes us nurturing fruit in the desert, bathes us nurturing fruit, bathes us nurturing fruit.
Oh, oh. Yeah, no. I want to make sure this is set to 4/4. That's better. Okay. That's great. Yeah, let's just restart there. Where I was, which is about here.
Bezos nurturing
Just solo this. Close enough. No, wait, no, it's not. Okay, I'll take that.
waiting for time to pass, waiting to hit you right on. Inspiration, a breeze of energy that will guide me toward a place of peace, a place where love bathes us nurturing fruit in the desert, bathes us nurturing fruit, bathes us nurturing fruit. Bezos nurturing food. Bezos nurturing food. Bezos nurturing food. Bezos nurturing Bezos nurturing.
Alright, now it would seem that I've got it all, but since I'm paranoid and it's just good practice, I always make sure that I want to have at least one playthrough of like the side-by-side where I go the whole way through and it doesn't slip up at all. So that's what I'm doing now, that I believe I've got everything matching on both sides. Let's just solo this. Nope. Nope. There we go.
Light shining on pomegranate tree, shining on you, shining on me, making love and hoping with smiles on our faces, and no one gets home. Oh yes, and they continue to roam wherever they are. It was a good time, a place of plentiful food where juices flowed and smothered our soul. But that season exists in my memory as I gaze into the frame, reflecting my home and my people that I long for. Waiting here on the west side, waiting for time to pass, waiting to hit you right on. Inspiration, a breeze of energy that will guide me toward a place of peace, a place where love bathes us nurturing fruit in the desert, bathes us nurturing fruit. Waiting for time to pass, waiting to hit you right on. Inspiration, a breeze of energy that will guide me toward a place of peace, a place nurturing food. Basil's 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 nurturing food.
And there you have it. That is how you set the tempo for a tab DarthMart style. So, yep, it's been nice having you around while I did my work, and I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you next time I see you. Hopefully next week, but I can't guarantee anything with work schedules and whatnot. But yeah, I'm sure I'll be back here soon enough. So for now, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and toodles.